It's none of your business. Your business is your school district. Your business is... Now, the world is coming to an end because California's all fucked up.
It's the other way around. It's none of your business what I do with my kids. You don't get to teach my kids about certain issues like this on LGBTQ at certain age, and in third grade you want to talk about sex and all this stuff. That's none of your business.
Patrick Bet David absolutely shreds this woke idiot Anthony Weiner. I mean, bro has literally the perfect last name. He couldn't have a more fitting last name.
If the books are in the classroom, that means the parents have lost. And they're in the classrooms in...
Yeah, yes, there might be a book in a classroom in Mississippi that I don't like. I'm a guy from Brooklyn, New York, and what? So maybe let's let the legislature do it. Let's let the governor do it. Maybe we should elect a president who wants to do it. I mean, it's just remember something. You want this perfect formulation of every decision being exactly where Fox News wants it at all times. No, shit's going to get screwed up sometimes.
This is not about Fox News, and I didn't say president, I didn't say legislature.
I know.
You keep going back upstream with that argument.
I'm the other way around. I'm narrowing the scope of conflict to say this is this local area.
No,
I'm
you're
using this as an
the scope of argument.
No, I am to make the opposite argument, which I believe is being made here. You're saying we're 3,000 miles away and we don't like a decision being made in a school district in California.
No, you're narrowing.
Granted.
No, you're narrowing the point. Very good, counselor. You're narrowing the point down to 3,000 miles away, as if that's the only place it's happening. It's not. The books are in classrooms all across the United States.
My friend, you're saying that over and over again, and I keep trying to make. Since we don't have a specific example except the one that's been on the screen, I will make the general argument that it's none of your business. It's none of your business.
Bro, what the hell is wrong with this guy? When a parent says, hey, maybe don't teach third graders about sex, and the response is, mind your business, that's exactly when the conversation ends. That's not education, that's arrogance. It does matter what kind of books are there in children's library because we don't want to make a mistake of raising an entire generation who gets educated with brain-melting info at such an early age, and then we end up having a country full of idiots.
It's none of your business. Your business is your school district. Your business is... Now, the world is coming to an end because California's all fucked up.
It's the other way around. It's none of your business what I do with my kids. You don't get to teach my kids about certain issues like this on LGBTQ at certain age, and in third grade you want to talk about sex and all this stuff. That's none of your business.
Patrick, why are you so powerless?
That's none of your business.
Patrick, why are you so powerless? What goes on in your kid's school?
No, I'm not powerless. I make decisions.
Exactly.
I make decisions. I never feel powerless
exactly.
at all. No.
So why are you saying I'm not doing anything to your kids?
The concept of running for boards, you're 100% right. We did a video talking about, what was the video title, Brandon? We talked about parents, you got to go run for board, and rather than complaining about it, do something about it. Absolutely, we're for it. But to say these types of issues, you're 59 years old, 15 years older than me, in school, when you were 12 years old, did anybody teach you how to give a blowjob?
I don't believe anyone taught me how to give a blowjob, Patrick.
Do you think you needed to learn how to do that at 10 or 12 years old?
I have trouble accessing that part of my memory.
I highly doubt it. You're a very sharp guy. So for me...
I was not a player at 12, let me guarantee you.
Sucking other boys is dangling is not a player. I'm asking you a question about what it was to... If that was something you needed to learn at the age of 10 or 11 or 12. That part is...
Patrick,
how ludicrous is my question right now?
I have an 11-year-old. Ask me about my 11-year-old. That I can answer easily.
But the point is the fact that two things. One, I agree with them. One, I disagree with them. The area I agree with them is the following. Kudos to you for straight up saying, no, I don't support something like that if that was the case. Kudos to you for saying that. Now, number two, kudos to you for saying parents do something about it. They are. And many of these districts, they are. They're fighting. And they're doing their part.
In both directions.
Yeah.
They're fighting in both. They're fighting to stop book bans, and they're fighting to stop. This is the way it's been in America since the birth of our country.
But we weren't this insane 20 years ago. We weren't this
let's pause on that point.
30 years ago.
This woke idiot is saying that every parent should individually control what books their children read, but the government shouldn't ban any kind of books. PBD perfectly points out if those books are in the classroom, parents have already lost. He's dead right, because once something's in the school library, it's not just your kid seeing it. It's everyone's kid. If you normalize something in one school system, that idea spreads to the next. That's how culture works. And of course, right on schedule, Anthony pulls out the old cliche. You guys just want to ban books. Bro, no one's banning books. No one's saying you can't buy it or you can't read it. Parents are just saying maybe don't hand it to a 9-year-old. There's a massive difference between restricting access and erasing existence. If a parent wants to show their child something, go ahead, buy the book, go to the library, teach it at home. But don't use tax taxpayer money to push that onto other people's kids. That's not banning, that's boundaries. And if you can't see the difference, you're not protecting education, you're protecting indoctrination.
I do believe that, yes, cultural things change, and that conversations about homosexuality, about transgender, about gay marriage have changed an enormous amount. We are a progressive country in all kinds of different ways. But we also should acknowledge that we do have an echo chamber in this country that loves stuff like this. We have at least one candidate for president who one of his stock and trade things is this amorphous word about taking wokeism out. We do have a marketplace that is accelerating these conflicts beyond California, beyond our neighborhood town halls, to be echo chamber types of things that we are here thousands of miles away arguing about them. There's a market for this. I don't believe it's a healthy market, Patrick. I don't. And every week I try to say to my audience, okay, listen, let's try to return to the place that we can have conversations around things like how we structure government, how we make decisions, how we try to find our values expressed in government in ways that don't necessarily, and I can tell you the values in a school board in Mississippi and the values of the school board in Chelsea, New York might be different. We don't have to treat that as a threat to our kids.
He tries to pivot back saying, hey, maybe Mississippi just has different values than New York. Sure, that's true, but that doesn't mean parents in New York suddenly lose their right to question what their kids are taught. Different values don't mean no values. And the whole point of a democracy is that local communities get to decide what happens in their schools, not Washington, not Sacramento, and definitely not Anthony. When he says it's none of your business, what he really means is let the system raise your kids. And that's exactly why Patrick Bet-David destroyed him in this debate, because he exposed that mindset completely. Here's the bottom line, no one is asking to erase anyone's identity. No one's trying to ban books. Parents are asking for the same thing they've always wanted, a say in their child's moral development. If you think that's dangerous, then maybe the danger isn't the parents. Maybe it's the people who are terrified of accountability. Because the second parents start showing up, asking questions, and running for those seats, the entire game changes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and we'll meet in the next video. Bye!